Rating: Teen and up audiences. Archive warning. Creator chose not to use archive warnings. Category: Gen. Fandom: Guardians of the Video Game webcomic. Characters: Patch, Publisher, Cheat, Manuel, Continue. Additional tags: Tag as I go, Alternate Universe Canon Divergence. I named the demon shark Damien. He's Patch's son. No smut. Series Fandom Fix 2. Hello, my name is Blue Knight, or DG. This is Fake Mirror by Blue Knight DG. Summary: Patch, Publi, and Damien, the shark demon, are shoved into an alternate world where people look similar to people they know. Dead people are alive and alive people are dead. This is from an old comic I drew and changed it around a little bit. They were short-staffed and there wasn't much time. They have a performance in a matter of minutes, and a few of their key characters are nowhere to be seen. There was only one thing he could do: zip up the dress and put on a wig. He knew the lines by heart after memorizing the script from start to finish. It would help if his co-workers weren't shaking as they held in their laughter. He snaps at them in annoyance. They back off immediately, intimidated by him despite the sparkling makeup on his face. Walking into the room in a hurry, another co-worker, more specifically his apprentice, named Publi. She looked at him, nervous energy radiating off of her, with sweat dripping everywhere. How do I look? Is my tie on straight? God, can I do this? Sir, are you sure I'm the right person for the job? She babbled on as he inspected her attire. He only made a few corrections and gave her a boost of confidence, telling her that she will be fine. While they talked, the staff continued to set up, and in their impatience, a machine that the engineering department was testing got mixed in. It was small but seemed to fit the theme, and someone thought it was a prop for the background. He looked at the figure standing in the corner, taking up a lot of space. Walking with no hesitation in the high heels he wore, he told them to hold a special rope that held the spotlight. His big, bright, pixelated body would be too noticeable with everyone else and may get in the way, so using his strength would be a better idea. Can I trust you with this, Damien? He said with a perfectly rose brow. Damien shouted in excitement and went off to do what was asked. He shook his head and went to go sit elegantly and drink a small sip of tea until it was time to act. Publi stood as a personal butler in front of him and schooled her expression into something neutral and calm. Someone counted down until the door swung open, and the star was introduced to them. A woman with short hair and a buff build, adventurer's armor, and a professional air surrounded her. They spoke of a small request that needed to be done. When she questioned what the job entailed, the lady told her it required the hero to be discreet. In the Van Hare castle is a necklace that was owned by my great-grandmother. I wish for it back. If you obtain it without being seen, you will be greatly rewarded. After a few more back and forth on details, Miss Hero agreed and asked why the lady wants the necklace after all this time. After my father went into debt, he had to sell my great-grandmother's necklace to pay it back. When he finally went back to retrieve it, the necklace was gone, sold off before his time was up. He still had a few weeks before his deadline ended, and it was up for auction. What a coincidence that our rival family saw it and bought it. The lady huffs and sets her teacup down. Miss Hero nods in understanding and vows to return the necklace. Once she was out of the door, Publi nearly collapsed in relief. Oh, good God, I almost bit my tongue, she said as she leaned on the door for support. He rolled his eyes and flipped through the clipboard he had hidden under the table. Things seemed to be going well. That is, before a loud bang alerted them to the shaking machine that shouldn't be there. They tried to make it stop, but it continued to make sounds. It escalated to sparks, and they all backed away. "What do we do, Manager Patch?" one employee asked, nervously eyeing the machine. Patch marched forward in his large dress as the train dragged along the floor with a flourish. It exploded when he got too close. They all filed back at the shockwave, and Patch looked up to see a small portal started to tear open. "Not good. Everyone leave now. I need to secure the perimeter." He couldn't finish his sentence as the portal started to suck him closer. Publey acted fast, trying to dive forward before it was too late. She failed to notice Damien also struggled against the current of wind and hit her head on the light he tried not to let go of, his concentration broken by her actions, and got tangled by the rope and pushed Publey into the portal with Patch following the both. "Crap," one of the staff said. "Oh, what? We're so censored in a situation like this?" another complained. They all stared at him for this, and he shrugged.